Okay, so before moving on to the derived data types, let's first understand what is the print function. We have used it so many times, so let's understand this one in detail. I've written here the basics so that we save some time. A print function is basically used to showcase the output or anything that you want the user to read. Okay, that is print function. It takes in 5 parameters. That means we can enter 5 kinds of values in it. The first is objects. So let's understand with objects. So let me give objects. Objects can be anything, okay? Like apple. And as I'm writing multiple objects, so they will be separated to using the comma. So for the interpreter to understand that they are different multiple objects. So apple, orange, banana. Okay, so I'm taking these 3 and I'm running it. Okay, so it printed it as it is. Okay, there is no comma, nothing. Okay, suppose that I want it to have something in between them. Okay, so for that we have a parameter. So this section was object. There can be any number of objects, as many as you like. Okay, next up, this we have covered. Objects we have covered. Next we have separator. So let's just see what separator is. For separator we use the word sep equal to, and let's just say we want a hash that is used to separate them. Okay, let's see. So earlier it was space, now it's hash. Okay, that's what separator does. Instead of adding space, it adds hash. Next is end. So to understand it, let's see. So I'm printing 2 multiple statements. Let's see the output first. So see, this did not came after this. It came in the next line. Why? Because by default, the end of print function, end of these whole objects will be written. After that, the end, it will end using the new line. That means anything that you write after this will go to the new line. Anything. So anything you write after it, it is going to go to the new line. So let me just change that. Okay, so I'm going to change the end. So what do you want in the end? We want space, asterisk, end, asterisk. Okay, let's see. See, that's how it ended. I'm going to show you again. See, now only the first statement has end, other 2 does not have end. So here we can see as it had end, so this is how it ended. So the new line was not functioning. So this one got printed right after the end one. Okay, but here in the second one we did not write or specify any end, so it took the default end, that is new line. So here the last statement got printed in the new line. That is the role of end. The other 2 parameters are file and flush. So file is related to file management, which we're going to cover in later section because it is a little complicated and not related. We have to cover a lot more things before jumping into file management. So I'm going to skip this for now. Let's see flush. So flush is basically, it tells whether you want to keep the outputs, these objects in the buffer memory or not. So you must be wondering, what is buffer memory? So buffer memory is temporary memory. Okay, temporary memory of RAM. So do you want RAM to hold this data in the temporary memory of it? No. So by default it is false only. But if you want it to store that data, in the buffer memory, then you do it. Then what do? You write it like this. I'll just quickly show you. Sorry. See, I made a mistake. To separate all the parameters, we need to use comma. Okay? Now it is stored in the memory. Okay? This is the basic functioning of print function. You might be wondering what are these parameters and everything. Parameters is basically what values it can take. If we give anything other than these, it won't know what to do. Right? Like suppose after end, I give any random value like RAM. It generated an error. Why? Because it does not understand. These are the things that it understands. And if we give anything other than this, it is not its parameter. It does not know how to function that. So that is parameters. Thank you for watching. See you soon.